Chapter 7, Abandonment Explained. Chase woke up to being splashed water in the face by Marshall's water cannons, as Chase saw Ryder and all the other pups giving him concerned looks. Chase, what happened to me? Rocky, that's what we were going to ask you, you passed out. Marshall, are you okay, buddy? Chase, yeah, I am fine. Trying to pretend that he was okay. Sky, are you sure? Just then, a little distance away, Chase saw Jason was still around. Chase then yelled towards Jason as he got up. Chase, get out of the lookout. I never want to see your face again. 1. Ryder and the other pups were shocked by Chase's anger towards the driver. Jason, what? Ryder, what's wrong, Chase? Chase then just took off from the lookout and ran away from everyone. Ryder and the other pups couldn't understand why Chase was acting this way. Jason, I'm really sorry, maybe I should go talk to him. Jason then ran after Chase, who was by a tall tree. Chase turned around and started barking at him loudly. Chase, stay away from me, you bastard. 14. Jason, I don't understand what you mean. Chase, oh, please don't give me that bullcrap. Are you here to take me back after you abandoned me? 1. Jason, what are you? Jason then had flashbacks going through his brain, as he remembered of having a baby German Shepherd pup named Chase, who he just left at the street, and then, a look of shock and fright appeared on the face of Jason almost immediately. Jason, Chase, I can explain. Chase, oh shut up, there's nothing to explain about, you made your feelings very simple, that you didn't want me. Jason, I didn't know you were going to become this famous rescue pup, and I didn't have enough money to take care of you. Chase just shook his head, he didn't want to hear any excuse that this guy had. Chase, go away. I never want to see you again. 9. Chase then continued running away into the streets of Adventure Bay. As Jason looked on as he saw Chase just continue running, Jason sighed in sadness and started crying for a little bit. Jason looked at Chase and continued looking at him until he could see him no more. Then he went back inside the lookout, where Ryder and the other pups were. Rubble, is Chase okay? Jason, he's fine, try not to cry again, but it's probably best that you guys leave him alone for a while, he seems pretty upset. Sky, why though? Jason, I think he'll tell you when he feels like it. I better go, I've got some deliveries to make today. Jason then left the lookout, got back inside his red truck, which was parked just outside the lookout, and drove back to his home. All he could think about is how he let down, but worst of all, abandoned the one pup that he had, when he should have been the one to take care of him. PAW Patrol, you abandoned me. PAW Patrol, you abandoned. Chapter 8, Comforting. A few hours have passed, and still no sign of Chase coming back, and Ryder and the other pups were starting to get worried. Ryder, it's been hours and he still hasn't come back. Zuma, I know, right, Chase has never been out for this long. Marshall, do you think something happened to him? Sky immediately tried to seize Marshall's thought. Sky, no. I think he's all right. Ryder, well, sooner or later, we're going to have to search for him and bring him back to the lookout. Sky, I have a guess on where he might be. Ryder, I think so too. Sky, can you go and search for Chase, and if you find him, try to persuade him to come back to the lookout. Sky, sure thing, this puppy's gotta fly. Sky then put on her pup pack and activated her wings, and then used her goggles to see if she could spot Chase, and sure enough, the first place that she thought he would go to, she found him in, the Adventure Bay beach. Sky landed on the beach, and saw Chase standing near where the waters are, and she gently approached Chase as Chase turned around and saw Sky. Chase, oh, it's you. 2. Sky, what's the matter, Chase? Chase, I don't want to talk about it. Sky, Chase, I'm your friend. If you don't tell me what's wrong, there's no way I can make you feel better. Chase, oh, all right, well, you see, it's a long story. Sky, I've got time. Chase, size, you know the guy that me and Rocky rescued? The truck driver, Jason? Sky, yeah, the person who you said you wanted to leave the lookout. Chase, well, it turns out he's not just anybody, you see, he used to be my old owner before he abandoned me in Adventure City. Sky, what? Really? He's the one who did that. Chase, yeah, he's the jerk who ruined my childhood. Sky, and is that why you were socially awkward the first time we met you? 2. Chase, probably. Sky didn't know how to react or comfort Chase, because it's very hard to forgive someone who neglected you in the worst time of your life, but despite that, Sky still tried her best to comfort one of her closest friends. Sky, look, I know what he did was really bad, and that he ruined the earliest years in your life, but you've got to look on the bright side of things. If he didn't abandon you, you never would have come to this great place, you never would have met Ryder, you never would have met the other pups, you never would have met me. And look, I'm not saying you have to become friends with him, but, judging by the way he's acting, I think he's changed. I don't think he's the same person that he used to be, so, I guess what I'm saying is, maybe give him another chance. Chase thought about it for a while, and Sky did make some pretty valid points, but Chase didn't feel like he was ready for a fresh start with Jason. Chase, sighs, I know, but it makes me so mad. Why did he abandon me when I needed him most? I almost died 'cause of him. Chase then started to get teary-eyed, and Sky understood how Chase was feeling. Sky, would you like a hug? Chase nodded as he and Sky hugged for a little bit, while Sky tried to comfort him more. 2. Sky, it's going to be okay, all right? Chase, yeah, I know. Sniffling. After a few seconds, Chase and Sky let go off of the hug. Sky, the others are worried about you, we've got to head back to the lookout. Chase, you can go, tell the others I'm fine, I'm just going to stay here for a little while. Oh, and Sky? Sky, yes? Chase, please don't tell the others about this yet, I don't want the others to worry too much about me. Sky, okay, you've got my word, my lips are sealed. Sky then activated her wings again, and she flew her way to the lookout, while Chase started to walk towards where the pier is, and Captain Turbot, who was on the flounder which was on the pier, saw Chase. Captain Turbot, oh, hey Chase, what are you doing out here so late? Chase, oh, hey Captain Turbot, I'm just going to be here for a little while, trying to clear my mind. Captain Turbot, oh, okay. Captain Turbot then went inside the basement of his flounder, as Chase just watched the water ripples and stills around the Adventure Bay ocean, as he thought about Jason and about what Sky said. Meanwhile, Sky arrived back at the lookout and found Ryder and the other pups still at a table, waiting, and were relieved when they saw Sky come back. Rocky, where's Chase? Sky, he's at the beach, he said he'll come after a while. Ryder, did he explain he just ran off and was acting this way? Sky, yeah, but I think Chase will tell you when he feels like he's ready to tell you. Marshall, all right. Marshall was a little bit upset that Chase didn't want to tell him, 'cause after all, he and the German Shepherd pup were best friends for a while. 1. Ryder, well, it's getting late, we better head for bed. Rubble, yeah. Ryder and the other pups then brushed their teeth, as Ryder went to the top floor of the lookout onto his bed, and all the other pups went into their pup houses and said goodnight to each other, got into their blankets, and after a few minutes, fell sound asleep. PAW. Chapter 9, On the Way to Adventure Bay. Meanwhile, back in Adventure City, Mayor Humdinger and his henchmen have arrived at their home, and after eating a few more cakes, and Mayor Humdinger fed his kitties, he, Butch and Reuben filled the gas grenades with the bottles of anesthesia, And they got some sneaky suits too to make them less noticeable, and then Mayor Humdinger, Butch, Reuben and the former mayor's kitties all got inside the limousine with their gear, and then Reuben activated cloaking mode, they went invisible, and now they were on their way to Adventure Bay. But on their way there, they saw from the distance, Liberty was making a tour around Adventure City to make sure it was safe before she headed back to the headquarters to fall asleep there. Mayor Humdinger, I see that pup is still out here. I think it's time we gave her a little night-night gas, kitty. Mayor Humdinger's flying kitten then flew out of the invisible limousine and flew towards Liberty, and when she was right above her, she dropped a gas grenade exactly on top of her vehicle. Liberty, what was that? Liberty was confused by the gas all around her, but she then made a big mistake by trying to sniff it out, and almost immediately, she became sleepy and her eyes became weary, and she was out cold, and she crashed face first into a stop sign, and was just knocked out in the middle of the road, as Mayor Humdinger's flying kitty got back inside the limousine. Mayor Humdinger, great job kitty. Reuben, boss, don't you think we should at least put her on a safer side instead of in the middle of the road? Mayor Humdinger, no, leave her there, besides, she's not our main target, it's those pesky pups who live in the lookout. The limousine then got out of Adventure City with no one in the town seeing or hearing a thing. Mayor Humdinger looked at one of his windows which showed his reflection. Mayor Humdinger, it's time we end this, once and for all. Continue.